All right, I should start.
All right. Let's see if I
It
can
says
find
it's
it on
live.
my phone.
Yeah, I need to get it on here. Let's see. Ian's here,
Oh, great.
according to
One
this.
watching it says, so that must be Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Good morning. We're just getting going.
Dorothy's
Oh,
here. Gina's here.
and of
Hello,
course,
ladies.
I still don't have a picture on my phone.
No, I don't either. That's just going to be Apple.
Yeah, but
But at
I
least you
do
can see
see
the
the chat.
chats.
Yeah, so we're good. We're
Yeah.
golden. Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. So glad you made it. We are Art Joy is Sharing live stream, Chelsea and Peg Robinson. And if you are watching this at a later date, we appreciate you coming in and watching whenever you get here, because we know everybody cannot be here for a live show. And today we are doing art dolls, right?
Yes. I took out a couple art dolls to show, and I think you have some too. Do you?
I do. Go
Okay.
ahead.
And then I'm just going to I'm going to do mine in paper today. It's not going to be a recycled one, but this one I made recently, and it's completely made out of recycled stuff. You guys have probably already seen it, but if you haven't, it has a little dress, and there's a video for it that I did for Recycled Parts for Arts design team. So this is one option, is to make it out of parts, you know, metals, beads, things like that. And you know, that's a common option. Some people form them out of clay, form the parts out of clay, things like that. Here's a couple ones that I made a couple years ago. This one's made out of wood, and then it has my face on it and some crazy hair. And then it's also got the beads. Whoops, I just broke its arm. Hopefully it'll be able to make art today because its arm is now broken. And then this one is very similar, and this is one that I made as a Christmas ornament. But it's the same design as this with the pieces of wood. So the other ones that I have made, I no longer have. So I think Peg actually has one of mine. Don't you? A fairy or something? That I sent you? Yeah, there it is.
Whoops.
So show yours.
Okay. So this is the one that Shell had sent to me previously. She's kind of a little fairy. She's got cute little wings, and she's my shelf sitter now. She sits over the time. And this is Shell had sent me the kit to make a doll like hers, and so this was we had done an exchange, and so this was like a miniature me. So you can see I used my photograph, and I'm in disguise. And yeah, so and the goal was to just take, this was like a plain wooden block, and decorate it up and make it your own. And so you can see I have my mini me. And then not too long ago, we had done an art collaboration, and one of the things that we had done was primitive art. And so doing primitive art, I had made this goddess out of paper clay, or, you know, she can be a little shaker thing or however you want to do it. And then this is one that is just done from beading. So you can see she's not showing up real well. Let me just see if I can get something here. Here we go. She is just wire and beads to make a little doll. So I'm going to I had this wild idea. I don't know how far I'm going to get today, but I had this wild idea about making some kind of creature, goddess, something. And I went out and got some things. This is a Dollar Tree basket that I'm going to use for the base of my, because you need something stable for it to set on. So this is going to be how I do that. And I see that my camera is messing up already. So I'll go back to you, Shell.
Okay, let me flip it back. So what I'm going to be doing today, this pattern right here is easily available on enchantedgallery.com. I got this several years ago, and it's been out there everywhere on Pinterest and everything. She gives permission to use it as a template, and I wanted a fully articulated doll and slightly larger, just slightly larger. So that the face would be easier to do. And so I redrew parts of it. I also made, I don't like the waist on this one. That's not realistic. So I made a wider waist, and then I separated the legs and the feet and made new hands so that mine will be fully articulated. And what I'm going to make it out of is this packaging from a stencil. I already started on the back because I needed to flip this over. I'm going to completely cover the cardboard with different types of skin toned tissue, like patterns and text and stuff like that, which I think has got a pretty much a skin tone. And then I have different parts for the doll already cut out so that I can cut them out of this and assemble them using brads. And then after that, we'll decorate. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just going to make it 100% out of paper.
Paper's good.
Yeah. Hers is more interesting. So are you back?
Well, I don't know about that. Like I said, it's wild here, and I don't know how far I'm going to get. I'm just heating up a glue gun because I realized at this point, which should have been heating a long time ago, that I'm going to need a glue gun. So I'm grabbing that.
Okay. Well, I guess
normally I would let
guys...
things kind of sit and dry, but we don't have that kind of luxury today. We're on a time.
No, we do not. So I'm just going to collage for a few minutes here. I did the back already. I wanted the paper to be on both sides because ultimately it's the naked part of the doll. So it needs to, I mean, you wouldn't want her booty to be like not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, normally when you do a paper doll, just a regular paper doll, the back is irrelevant because you put all its clothes or whatever on the front. But in this case, since it's an art doll, someone might actually pick it up and look at the back. So I'm going to make sure that it's completely covered in skin, at least. At least skin.
Yeah, gotta have skin.
So, but I did start early because I knew we had time constraints.
Well,
so it looks like
I went out. I did start early. I went out to the garden and I cut some grapevines. How's that for starting early?
Well, that's starting early right there. Are you going to use the grapevines on your doll?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. Then you started early.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. So it appears as Danny has showed up, Ruth is here, Ian, Edwidge, Dorothy. We have a little bit of a crowd showing up.
Yay.
And I think that's everyone. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Thanks for coming. And I hope you guys are interested in art dolls. It's something that I've been interested in for a long time, and I've made a lot of them over the years, but I just don't apparently have any of them to show because I sent them all away.
Because you send them to your friend Peg.
Okay. Yeah, and other people. So.
Yeah. I've lost parts already. Oh, goodness.
Oh, dear. Your poor little doll creature is going to be in bad shape without its parts.
I had taken a lid off of a potato chip can.
Oh yeah, that's always a good start. That you guys should look around if you're going to make an art doll. You should look around for things like that, things that are round, things that are, going to be thrown away anyway. That's a good place to start. That's where I always start too.
Yep. So I was going to use that, and Shell, you'll have to tell me when you switch cameras and things because I can't.
Oh,
see
the camera's on you right now.
Oh, is it?
The
okay.
Camera's on you. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this underneath, and I'm going to drive these skewers through there, I think, and I may have to punch some holes. But what I want is to just create a base, which might be more trouble than I think it's going to be.
And when you do that, you need to make that noise. Don't forget to make the noise. That always helps.
Yeah. Well, I may have to take something and carve that out a little bit. Which means I need
Stabby tool?
Sharp. It's called a sharp instrument.
Stabby. One must always stab things.
So I have a penknife.
Hello, Sybil. Sybil has arrived.
Good. Whoops.
Susan is here. Getting a little bit of a crowd going. So if anybody has any questions in the chat, we have figured out how to look at the chat occasionally. We don't look at it continuously, but we do, look at it. So if you have a desperate question that you must have answered, type it in all caps, and we're more likely to see it. Oh, yeah. She's got stabby action. Go.
We do have moderators, so if there's conversation where people need to share something, send a message to a mod.
We have moderators?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that.
Well, that's, if you look at the chat, Shell, anybody that's got a little wrench beside him, like Ian.
Oh, Ian has a wrench, yes. Okay, yes, I was wondering about that.
We have moderators.
I did not assign these moderators, so I didn't know about it, but I don't really worry too much about it, so.
Okay, so I need to judge where this is going to go, which means I need a marker. Dum, dum, dum. Any kind of marker will do. You'd think on a desk like this.
I know what you're saying. I think I have markers here somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I
would let you borrow one if I could.
I moved a few things around. I've been rearranging again.
Bad choice.
No. It actually was a good thing because I can see some things that I couldn't see before. So it's like, whoa, that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to punch, maybe, if I can get it in there. Yeah, I can. I'm going to, punch a hole.
I moved to my studio and still can't find anything, so I don't know how to do it.
Long enough reach, which means I need my big boy tools.
Oh, real tools?
Real tools, yeah.
I try not to mess with those if I can help it.
Back. I don't want that big a hole. That big a hole. It's been a while. I have to reacquaint myself sometimes with these things. Do you ever do that? Get reacquainted with your tools?
Yes, especially lately when I've been finding things that I forgot I even had. So, like, wow, I had that. I could have used that last week. And then I try using it. So, yeah. That's what's been happening lately.
I'm just going to stick those skewers into that potato chip lid where I poked the holes. And then I have beads that are going to go on the end to keep them from coming out.
Seems like a good plan.
Whoa. If I can get it down there where I can glue it without poking myself. This is where I have need of mesh gloves. We were having that conversation with Shannon the other day as she was showing us her wounds from crafting.
Oh, yes. I saw on Facebook that she had injured herself doing some sort of project, but I didn't know what it was because I didn't come to the Zoom.
Yeah.
We do have another Zoom coming up. We've scheduled for November. What were we doing? Oh, yeah, art journaling. Is that what we're doing in that?
Yeah, as in all of November.
All of November, yes. Yes, there's going to be a lot of art journaling going on in November.
So if you guys want to join us, we will have a list available for you.
I did actually have someone ask me about that in a comment on a video.
Oh, good.
She's like, are you going to do that again? And if so, could you please have a Facebook group because I want to do it? And I'm like, we already have a Facebook group, you silly thing.
Yeah.
So I gave her all the information. So hopefully she'll come and join.
Yeah.
So yes, we already have a prompt list and we're ready to go. We're just waiting to release it until the end of the month because we're still working on witches. So
okay, I think I finally got it where I can put the blue ball on top. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, so I'm going to put some tacky glue on there.
Oh, so tacky.
Oh, for crying out loud.
What the heck is that? Your phone?
That's my phone. I didn't turn it off.
I bet it's your daughter.
I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. It was an anonymous call. It's one of those.
Oh, no, not the anonymous calls.
Yeah. And then I will put some hot glue on there in addition, just to make sure it stays put while the tacky glue is drying.
I think I am going to mute for a second so that I can heat dry this so that I can move on.
So
you talk. I'm muted.
okay. So that is the base. It has these are just dollar store beads. And I used them because they had a hole that was big enough to go on the end of my skewer. This is the top of the potato chip container that is glued underneath. And now I have something to attach my doll to. Woohoo! Now I need my lid for my glue. Don't know where that went. Oh, it's under the knife. Okay, and let's see. Whoops. All right, my chat is not scrolling, believe it or not. There we go. All right, so what I did this morning is I went out and got some twigs and grapevines because I want to create the structure for this doll on these skewers. And I thought it would be nice to have some grapevines, like a wreath around here. You know how in the fall, if you haven't seen the direction of this with the spider on here, this is going to be kind of a Halloween spirit doll. So
Okay, I unmuted myself again. I'm done. I'll just show very briefly. I'm done collaging both sides of this packaging. It's like a lightweight cardboard from a stencil, and that's what I'm going to make my doll out of. And I'm going to start cutting out and punching all my bits. All these are all the bits. It has a body and a head and, you know, the whole thing. So that's what I'm going to do. Hers is probably more interesting to watch. She has grapevines. Look at that.
I have grapevine. And I need to tie it off So I think I will just get a clamp if I have one on my desk here. I know I do. There we go. Clamp that, and then I will get some twine and I will start tying my grapevine. I have this natural looking twine. And don't like that piece there. It broke. It's too not supple enough.
I don't think I said hi to Carol, Rebecca, Mary, Diana, and I'm not sure. Cindy just showed up.
Okay.
I saw someone scrapping life away a second ago. I'm not sure the first name.
That's Leslie.
Leslie. Okay. Hi, Leslie. Got lots of people showing up.
Yeah. Well, Leslie can't usually join us because she's working, but she's on break, so she came to join us. So, hello, Leslie. We're glad you're here.
We have fall break here too for the kids.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Seems early.
It's just called fall break. I don't know. It's something they do here. When we first moved here, we had never heard of fall break before.
Yeah. But it's just the public school that does that, grade school?
Yeah, the whole school district, amphitheater school district. So that's grade school, middle school, and high school.
Ah, okay.
The whole school is off for a week in the fall. It's like spring break, only it's in the fall.
Fall break. I get it.
Yeah. None of my kids are in that school district anymore because they're all in college, but
right.
It was a thing back in the day.
Yeah.
And we usually went up to Sedona or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, a nearby something to have a little vacation.
Cool. Yeah, it's nice to be able to get away on some trips when you've got that time off.
Yeah. All right. Wow, there's a lot of pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to take me a minute.
And you're saying?
There's a lot of pieces here. Well, I wanted it fully articulated. I wanted it to have, you know, movable feet, movable hands, movable everything. And so, yeah, there's a lot of parts on the body.
Yes, there are.
Yeah. Let's see what people are saying. Ian put a link to my channel, I guess.
That's nice. Yeah. Thank you, Ian.
I think as we were talking about the prompt list, of course, we're both going to put that out. And it's in the Art Joy of Sharing Facebook group that will, you know, have all the celebration of the art journaling all month through November.
Right. And if you've been following Instagram and some of those other things, there's a lot of Inktober stuff going on right now too.
Oh yeah, tons. On my channel, every other day, pretty much, there's a Inktober video that comes out. Of course, there's other things besides that, but like yesterday, it was Mission Inspiration, but I've been doing all the witches from the prompt list, 31 witches to in full color because I can't stand it when they're not colored. I hate it. I just hate it.
I've been embracing the black and white lately.
Yeah, you and most people, but
well,
I try
I didn't
and then
start out that way. I did not start out that way at all. I started out, I just had to have color, and as I started working with the ink, you know, because it's a different medium, and as I started working with the ink, I decided that I liked what the ink was doing just in the black, whites, and grays, so I left it.
Mhm. You have evolved. I have not.
Possibly. I mean, that's part of the purpose of doing it, right?
Yeah. I make
Oh
my
my
little
God.
drawing and then I put in all my lines and everything, and I think, oh, I'm just going to leave it. And then about 3 seconds later, I start to color because I can't stand it.
Yeah.
It's because I'm a color person. I'm colorful.
You are. Very much so.
She says I'm colorful. He
Well,
insists to get a little
I look at
grayscale in
all
my
the
life.
art, you know, and it has that. The color grabs you. You're
Mhm.
collaging, you definitely have your style.
Yes, and my style is full of color because I just
Yes.
really like color. Even as a child, my grade school art teacher told my mother that I was very good with color,
Yes, you are.
and that's what I've been doing my whole life. Not that I'm opposed to shading or anything. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I just
No.
tend to go colorful. So how's your person going?
I'm still working on the wreath. Seems like
Well,
the vine
showing
is
what I'm
not
doing.
cooperating quite as well as I thought it would. But that's
I'm
always when you're making something, you think it's only going to take a minute, and it takes a lot longer.
yeah, definitely. I'm tracing body parts.
Yes, you are.
So that I can cut them out. I should have probably done this. You think about it, it's like, what is live?
Yeah, well, I probably should have done the wreath before too, but oh well. That is
Yep.
live, right?
This is live, watching us do all the boring parts. If it wasn't, we would speed through all this.
Right. This is the part we cut out in our videos.
If anyone wants a PDF of this, I can send it to you if you just email me at paperoctiostudio@gmail.com.
And if you check my Pinterest boards, I have an art doll board with ideas, or just, put in the search art dolls,
Art
and
dolls, paper dolls.
you'll
That
find all
one from
kinds.
the Enchanted Gallery will come up like 100 times on Pinterest if you
Yeah.
put that one in. But if you want to do a fully articulated one like this, I will share this one that I modified or whatever. Okay, I'm going to start cutting them out.
Okay.
Gonna need some scissors. It looks like I'm gonna have enough of this covered board to do another one if I wanted to.
Cool.
So I could make two, but it's not going to be today, I'll tell you that.
Oh, really?
No, I have other things I need to do today.
Yeah. Great. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough. I'm gonna tie it off. Do my best campfire Girl Scout thing here.
Baling wire and duct tape.
Well, we did all kinds of things. I mean, my husband thinks I'm nuts, because he'll start talking about, he watches this stuff on YouTube where they're doing the survivalist stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, oh yeah, we did that. Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did that. And he looks at me like I'm crazy. And it's like, well, yeah, all you need is a tin can and some twigs and
Right. Exactly. Everything that you see these days on YouTube, I was noticing, is like, I've already seen that. I've already done that. I already know how to do that. A lot of it. I was kind of laughing about the zines. That's like a new thing.
Yeah.
That's so exciting, and everyone's so excited about how you take this piece of paper and you fold it and then you cut it and then it turns into this thing. And my mom used to make those for her students.
Yep.
Like 25 years ago. And they would write their little stories and practice their spelling in them.
But isn't it fun that it's come back around? You know,
Yeah,
I
everything
think
comes
that
back.
that's cool because, you know, I show my grandkids the stuff that we did, and they're like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Yeah, and then they want to do it, and that everything just keeps coming back. That's how it is.
Okay, I have my wreath.
Decided that the thunder thighs need to go this way. I guess I can decide which side I like better. So see how these seemed at first like they should go like this. But if you think about it, your thighs rub together. So they should go like this. Right? Right? Am I right? At least my thighs rub together. Maybe too much personal information.
Not at all. Okay, so I have some chenille stems and some twigs.
Right.
And I think I'm going to start building a body here.
Makes sense.
I ain't got no body.
No body.
Oh, I tell you, the things that go through my mind.
I pretty much have songs in my head all the time too. I don't always sing them out loud though, because my kids used to think I was a nutball when I used to do it.
You're safe with me, Shell.
Okay, good, good. Let's see what people are saying. Oh, Gina's here. Hi, Gina. Terry. Terry's having trouble typing because she's laying on her side.
Oh, I hope she's feeling okay. Sometimes people laying on their side are there for a reason.
Yeah. A lot of people have been ailing lately.
Yeah. It's fall.
Yep. Things start to hurt.
Yeah. Cold weather.
Yep. Joints creaking.
Yep.
There's a foot. Where's the other foot? Oh, there's the other foot. I thought I lost a foot.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of ailing, that would not be good for my art doll. Footless girl.
Let's get up there. My glue has not set yet. I'm trying to manhandle it, and it's takes a little while for that glue to get cold again.
Don't burn yourself.
Yeah, not planning on doing that.
That's why I don't use hot glue very often.
Well,
they're not lying when they say it's hot.
I really like some of these twiggy things. Twiggy things.
Oh, you can name your art doll Twiggy.
Yeah, good. Or Twiglet or something. Well, like I said, I was out in the yard. And I like...
Cindy wants to know what you're doing, Peg.
I'm making an art doll. Can't she tell?
I guess not. That's not good.
I am building the aperture. Okay. So
yeah, that makes sense.
See, you have to have a base for this creature to go onto. And so this is my base, and of course you need a structure for the body, and then you need I don't know, do I want twiggies or not? Why not? We'll put some twiggies on them.
If you like them, you should put them on.
Well, this is kind of like fall. And, you know, if you're making a goddess for fall, she needs to have grapevines and twiggy things, right?
Absolutely.
And I think she's a little bit too tall, so I'm going to chop her neck off.
No, really, YouTube. This isn't violent content. Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. But see, now she has arms. So, you know, you need to build your structure here.
So what are you going to wrap around all your armature?
Well,
More tweed?
I'm going to start with some aluminum foil, I believe, because
Okay.
I want to put, you know, you need some content for the body. Or I guess I have some batting. What do I want to use? Let me see what I grab first.
That's probably a good way to do it.
Guess what? I have polyfill.
There you go.
So I guess it'll be polyfill.
Sounds reasonable.
I'm just going to put some of this around the midsection. Take another chenille stem. Sorry, you know, because this is a 3D and what you're getting is a 2D image, we don't always see everything quite right. I'll try to give you better photos. But what I've done now is I've just taken my sticks where I made the arms and the neck and the body, and I've just wrapped some of this polyfill around the upper part of the body here. And then you can see the bottom here is where I have that lid for my potato chip cup, my dollar store basket, my dollar store beads, and my...
Susan says you are very organized.
Oh, well, thank you.
And hi to Ela. It's always so cool when people from other countries are here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna...
They have to figure out what time they have to be here. And...
Right.
All right, so I have completed cutting out all my doll, and I'm going to assemble her using these mini brads. I don't think I want silver though. I guess I'm going to use these antique gold ones. So I'm going to punch all these holes in the little tip that I have about punching rather than trying to use the hole marked on the template, which is what you would think what you would do. I just like to set it out so that I can, you know, like here, there's a neck, there's collarbones. And then rather than punching two different holes, I punch one hole all at once. And sometimes if I don't think I can hold it correctly, I might clip it, but I think I can do this one. So then if you punch both the holes at the same time, then you for sure have it aligned rather than punching this piece and this piece and then hoping that they match up, if that makes sense.
It does.
Because the template might not have exactly the holes in the right place. So there's her head. Oh dear, my head. Yes, I play with my dolls. I think that's the whole point. Then I want her to have a shoulder, so I want to make sure that sticks up a little bit so that you can see the shoulder joint. So then I need to make sure that there's a place I can punch that is through both pieces. And then I'll try to stab myself again with this thing. I don't know why they make these so pointy on the ends, But there's her little arm. Do, 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 do. So back to Peg. This is all pretty boring, I'm sure.
No, not at all.
Punching holes.
I'm trying to
pretty
watch you and do this too. I have this, I have this creepy cloth, dollar store creepy cloth, and I think I'm going to dress her with some of this, but I need to get something to go underneath. So you might want to pull it back to you because I'm going to have to go run find a piece of fabric.
Okay. Stabbing myself again. Okay, so she's getting there. She has a couple arms and shoulders. There's a shoulder joint right there. Head. Now we're going to put the lower arms on. So I want them to go behind, and I want there to be an elbow. So it's going to be like that. Sometimes they're kind of hard to hold and punch at the same time. I can't get the punch in there. I think this is going to be a clipping situation. Still kind of sticky from the matte medium because I didn't get it completely dry. Oh, I know what I need to do. I just need to get a pokey tool and do it. What was I thinking?
Okie dokie. So what I have is an old shirt. You know, just junk out of your closet that you're not using.
That's the best place to get junk you're not using.
Yep. Or, you know, you go to the store or, you know, support your local charity shop and get some pretty cool fabrics that way. Come on here. And I pulled some felt out. I don't know if I'm going to need that, but I might die cut some leaves or things to go on here. Who knows? I'm still in the process of playing. So.
You're right, Dorothy. I need a pokey tool.
You don't have a pokey tool?
I do have one. I just was trying to use the punch. I kept trying to angle the punch to get it in the right position, and I was having trouble because I needed to use a pokey tool instead.
Yep, I got it.
Yes.
Got it.
And once I got the pokey tool, then I had to go get the
other thing.
matte thing to go under. Yeah, the other thing, so that I wouldn't ruin my $45 craft mat.
Oh, yeah.
By stabbing holes in it, which could completely happen at any moment.
Yeah.
Also, because I collaged both sides of this and it's not completely dry, it's a little bit tricky to poke through because it's, you know, the paper is giving instead of behaving itself like it should.
Yeah.
Okay, wrist joint, wrist. And the leg bone's connected to the thigh bone, and the thigh bone's connected to the hip bone, and the, yep.
Yeah. Shall we
And
both sing and
Barbara
sing
says, oh, Terry suggested I use tweezers to hold it. That might make sense too. These people are much smarter than I.
Nah. Just, you're under pressure there, my dear.
Yes, I am. I'm trying to get this done as fast as I can so that it's not boring, because boring.
Okay, so I'm going to put some of this.
And Barbara says, Peg, that's an old shirt.
That's an old shirt.
I think she thinks it should be currently in your wardrobe.
Oh, well, it was probably something I wore when I was working. And I really don't have call for a lot of that anymore.
Yeah.
So,
You're still working. It's just that you're doing it for free.
yeah. Doing it for
Okay,
fun.
so she's got arms. I'll show you the arms. She's got the ability to bend here, the ability to bend here, to grab, or to, you know, do something weird like that. Bend this direction like a fashion model. Oh dear, I'm a fashion model. I have to make my hand joint like that. And then I have to put this up here and go, I'm about to faint. Oh. Yeah. Playing with my dolls. I like to have them be able to bend in a lot of different ways so that I can, you know, think about all the crazy things they might do.
Oh, yeah. Yours must be more than shelf sitters.
You know, I mean, some days you have to play with dolls.
Yeah. Got it.
All right.
That. Okay, I think that'll go around that way. This will go around here.
Okay, so on the thighs, the thunder thighs, it's a good idea to align them from the back because this is going to be the butt. See, if you put two thunder thighs on, you get a booty. Just so you know. Or you could put them on the front if you want, but then she won't have a booty, and then you'll have to draw the booty, which is a possibility as well. But then, you know, then they're like here. I'm kind of feeling like this torso might be a little bit too long. Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, back to Peg.
Okay, so I'm just tying some clothing on my aperture. Creating her midriff here.
Tommy. Sybil says that she collects dolls, so she finds me very normal. It's good to know that someone thinks I'm normal. And Danny says she likes my doll. Dorothy says it's brilliant. And Janice says that our conversations are never boring.
It's because we're crazy.
A little bit off the wall, just a little bit.
Okay, now that I've got that, I need to glue this down in place. And I've determined that's the back side, so this can go this way.
Oh dear. Get through that hole. Do it now. Don't talk back to me. Okay.
Are you whipping it? Are you telling it what to do?
It's not following my directions. It's making me mad.
Okay, so I think I should put a little of this around the bottom since I have excess here.
Sticky glue.
Putting some of this fabric around my roof bottom. I'm trying to seal up the edge here.
Oh dear. My person's hip joints are not aligned. She's going to have a lifetime of pain.
Sounds like a surgical situation. Oh, and that cannot be that funny either.
I know I mean, we're laughing, but it's really not that funny.
No, I know
We're
too
only
many.
laughing because it's a paper doll who doesn't have any feelings,
Yeah,
really.
a lot of people that have been through all of that. That's tough.
Yep.
And some of them at a very young age.
Yes. Of course, young is relative, but
Well, I mean, I know somebody that had it done like at 24.
oh,
That's crazy.
did they have a
That's crazy.
congenital defect?
Yeah.
Bone? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not standard
No.
that young.
And my best friends started having symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis at high school.
Oh, good grief.
So,
And if any of you are sufferers, Cindy has a wonderful group for you. Maybe Ian can put a link to Cindy's group on Facebook out there.
and the PDF is on my computer and isn't anywhere else, so you can't put up a link to it. I didn't post it anywhere. It's just a redrawing of the Enchanted Gallery one, making it a little bit more realistic around the waist and adding full articulation. So I could probably put it somewhere. I just don't know where to put it. So I just say email me and I'll send it to you in an email.
Good idea.
Yeah. I did post a drawing once to, that people could use, and I used some sort of service, but I can't remember what it was now. Okay, I think I'm going to have to realign this hip. It's just really bothering me.
Well,
She's going to get a new hole drilled in her hip. Sorry, Chicky Pants, but that's what happens.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So now she needs a head.
A head would be good.
Yeah.
That's
so
where the brain is stored.
yeah. So I've got her dressed. I found this raven.
Ooh,
Down
ravens.
here at her feet. It's another dollar store item.
I think your dollar store has nicer stuff than my dollar store.
But you can see she's kind of the headless goddess at the moment, so she needs a head. So I don't know if I can show them. There's the raven.
Gina says I should put the PDF in the Dropbox file, and then I can just share the link.
There you go.
Yeah, I could do that.
Oh.
But it was like at 5 o'clock this morning when I drew it and scanned it, so, Okay, so my little girl is all put together with all her articulated parts where she can do silly stuff like faint and be a fashion person. And if she locks her legs like this, then she might really truly faint, but she can bend them. She can also bend her feet. So, it's time to decorate. How long did that take just to do all that? Too long. How long have we been on?
How long did it take?
I don't know. 55 minutes. I think we started about 5 minutes late. So 50 minutes just to do that.
All right, you're doing good.
Okay, so I guess I better make a face and some hair. That would be the next step, I think.
So I have these paper clay pieces.
Oh, yes, from the molds.
And she's getting kind of tall, so I have to hold her to the side. I'll put pictures up at the end because I put my camera up as high as I could today so I could get this in here, but she's kind of a big dolly. It's hard to fit it all in here. But I have these pieces and I'm going to put them back to back, so she has a front and a back that has a surface to it, and then I have a paper clay face for her, which will go on here. And then I also have, these are just, what do they call these? These are feathers. Yeah, they're feathers. It says Marabou, so I'm not sure what that is, but they're craft store feathers. And I sprayed them with some colors, and I will tuck in a few here on her headdress. And probably add some tacky glue to this also. And my squeezer isn't working today. You ever have one of those days where your wrist just isn't cooperating?
Yes, I'm actually going to have wrist surgery
Oh no.
here pretty soon.
Sorry to hear that.
It's going to put a bit of a hold on my art doing there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can show you why, if everyone doesn't mind being grossed out.
Oh my goodness.
See, there's these two big, weird, bulbous things on my wrist.
Oh yes,
Have
there
to
it
be.
is.
Isn't that gross?
Well,
Have to be removed.
that happens. I've had things pop up that you didn't know where the heck they came from.
Yeah. It's like, what is that and why is it on me? That's the
Yeah.
question.
Why is it? Okay, so I've got to get my head in play. This is just molded paper clay. I think I probably have some videos out there somewhere from making these things.
You do. I watched them.
Okay. So if you're interested and haven't seen that, you can probably just search. Or maybe I can put a link in later to some of that. So, all right. Now,
Hi, Laura.
I need to add her head.
Sybil suggests that I put the file in the Art Joy of Sharing group,
Yep.
which I could also do. Nikki says hi.
Hello.
Yes, I will put the file in the Art Joy of Sharing group. That's a good idea. Then that way everyone can just grab it if they want it. Yeah, I'll do that as soon as the live thing is over.
So I'm just gluing that head in place. Waiting for it to set up a little bit. Watching glue dry. That's almost as good as watching paint dry, right?
It might even be better. I'm not sure.
So what I could do, I think I'll just clip that while it's drying. That's why we have clips, right?
Yes, clips are for clipping.
Clips and clamps. All right. I'll clamp that in place because I want to get some more embellishments because I have some fun stuff.
Yes, Dorothy, they are ganglion cysts. You are correct. And they are cutting off the circulation in my wrist. And that's the reason that they have to be removed. Not because they're dangerous, just because my whole arm and wrist and hand go numb on a regular basis. Probably because I do too much wrist moving. Okay, so I've drawn a face in pencil. Now I'm going to go over it with illustration pen. I don't know where Peg went. She's collecting more fun stuff.
I am. I'm collecting.
Yeah.
I'm getting stuff.
Getting more stuff.
Because we have to embellish this thing, right?
That would be the theory, yes.
Because she needs to have all of her paraphernalia with her.
So what do you have? Let's see.
Well, right now I'm just adding some beads, which is going to be hard to do because she's got her head clipped on. I think I'll just let that dangle for a moment. I have these little guys here. I found this decorative shred, which I thought would be kind of fun. And I have these wonderful, Emerald Creek sent me these Spideys. And she definitely needs Spideys. I know.
Did I mention how much I don't like spiders? They're so
I don't really
yucky.
like the real thing either. Actually, one went squish this morning down here.
Ew.
Yeah. Sorry, but it had to go.
Well, it certainly can't be allowed to live in there.
No.
Would not be cool.
I don't know if I want those guys. I do like this decorative stuff. Kind of reminds me of fall. So I'm thinking some of this along here. Yeah. Don't know how that's going to stay put, but we're going to give it a try. What are you working on, Shell?
I'm just drawing in the details. Pretty much almost done with that, though. It's just giving her a toe and some fingers and, you know, things like that.
You help us
Probably helpful. She's got fingers and then a little face, a chin, collarbones, belly button, things like that.
Uh-huh.
And now she's going to need hair. So that's the next step.
Yeah.
Guess what color her hair is going to be?
Purple.
You never would know, would you? So the graphic that you can get out on Pinterest from theenchantedgallery.com has some hairstyles that you can use if you want to. I'm just going to make my own. And I'm going to go get some stuff, so I'll turn him back.
Okay. So I'm just going to glue little Spidey here. Or 2 or 3, because I can. And it's fall and it's fun. And oh, I should have clipped. One thing you want to do with these is get some pliers and clip those little tips off of the embellishment. So I'm going to grab some pliers and I'm going to get that. I can do it after the fact. Should have thought of that before. Oh well. I can pry it off. back down. Hindsight, right?
It's always 2020.
Mhm. So what's everybody else working on? What are they talking about? I've just been working away today. Haven't been following the chat very well at all.
They are still talking about the graphic being shared. People are talking about where they're from.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, looks mostly about the group and going and getting in the group so that they can, I guess some people still haven't heard about it.
Oh, okay. Well, we'd be happy to have you.
Yes, definitely.
So I'm just going to glue some of these shreds on here. Make it a little bit like straw. I should have had some straw. I was thinking I would have stopped and picked some up. It's all
You can
over the
actually
place.
buy straw.
Straw, pumpkins, you know, fall
Yeah.
stuff.
We have none of that.
You don't?
Well, I live in the desert. Where are
Oh.
you going to get straw?
Oh, that's, yeah, you're right.
That's why I don't have,
That's
you know,
why you
I
make
keep
your-
talking about the scarecrow I want to put on my porch. But the first year that we moved here, I did put a scarecrow. I had like a little scarecrow that I used to use at our other house. And I bought some pumpkins and I was so clever and I put the pumpkins and the scarecrow out on the porch. And guess what happened?
What happened?
Overnight, the javelinas came and they ate it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because that's what javelinas do. They also did the same thing to the marigolds that I planted in the pots out front.
Wow.
They ate them. So, yeah.
So you can't have them, can you?
I can't have them.
Wow.
These little creatures are hungry.
I guess.
Yes.
You have to put fake ones out.
Yep. And we do. We put the fake ones, and then on actual Halloween night, we put a carved pumpkin out. You know.
Yeah.
And if they eat that, that's okay because it's going to rot in a couple days anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I've
soon they get it before it gets to that stage.
yeah, they do. They chomp them down. They think they're delicious. So
Yeah.
I've got some hair that's made out of a gel print, and I'm just going to glue that on her little head using some tacky glue. And then I'll add more strands to make it more interesting, and I'll put some on the back as well because, you know, her hair's on the front but not the back. That looks really dumb. So that will be the next step, will be to put something on the back. And the way that I'll do that is to just lay this down. What shall I put? Maybe this one. And just draw around the shape here. And then cut it out and sandwich it on. So,
Yeah.
in case you were wondering.
I was wondering. I'm glad
You were
shared.
wondering? And then I'm going to, you know, put some more strips and bits and bobs to make it look more realistic.
Good idea.
Just need to get something on there. I don't want to disturb the joint here so she can still turn her head. So I'm not going to put any glue over any of that. I'll just put it like right where your hair would be, which would be stuck to the back of your head, but not the back of your neck. Good
thinking.
Yeah, it's got to be done. Somebody has to think about these things. So I can see that it's going to want to interact with the shoulder joints though, which could be an issue.
Her head is an issue. I need to get a skewer or something.
You're going to skewer her right in the head? Really, this is not a violent broadcast.
Well, I should have thought of that.
Do-do-do-do-do.
It's just not holding there. I didn't think about it before I put all of the parts together.
We're winging it.
So now I'm trying to bury it.
Laura wants to know how we decide what project we're going to do each week.
Good question.
Anybody have suggestions for next week? That's how we decide. Now, Peg messaged me and she said, or maybe I messaged her and she said, do we know what we're doing this week? And I said, not that I'm aware of. So then we had suggestions for each other and we decided based on the ideas that we had. That's how we decide. But if there's something you want to see, you know, we're still new to this. So if there's something that you're just dying to see that we didn't do, please feel free to suggest it. And we'll take it into consideration.
Right.
Terry says you're going for voodoo now. Are you doing voodoo on your doll?
Voodoo?
That's what she said, yes.
I don't know, because I don't know anything about voodoo, so.
It's that voodoo that you do.
Ah. Well, it's probably the feathers that remind them of voodoo, huh?
Yeah. Or maybe it's the skewering and skewering of your doll with skewers.
Ah.
Because that would be like, you know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Duh. I'm brain dead.
It's early. At least it is for me.
Oh, out of glue again.
Out of hot glue?
Sticks. Yeah, I gotta get another stick. Yeah, feathers, skewering. Yeah, you could think voodoo. Wasn't my intention, but I wanted something fun for the holidays. So
yeah.
That was what I was thinking anyway. Because we do have, you know, kids on the street that come see what we're up to, and if it's not raining, I might even set this out on the front porch. Because I can.
Yes. I think that this doll is not going to get dressed today.
Oh, naked.
Naked. She's going to get hair and a face, and that's it. Because it's just, I don't have time. We don't have time to finish it on here, and I don't
post final pictures, right?
Well, I'm not going to finish it today, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'll post the pictures of what it looks like with, you know, naked, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do not have time today to do it, to finish it. So.
Got it.
Remember, I'm going to go out of town here in a couple days.
Yep.
So I have other things I need to do.
Got that.
Yeah. Gonna travel because I'm such a traveler.
Travel is fun.
It's my mom. She needs to travel now.
So I guess I can call this at a good stopping point.
Okay.
maybe I can, here, let me see if I can do this. Take this camera and show, get my thing out of here so I can see what I'm showing you guys. Back up here. So here's my doll. She has her feathers in her headdress. I didn't actually add hair there, but I do have some feathers, and her creepy crawlies on her skirt, and her little
scary. The kids might be scared. I think we might have lost Peg. Did we lose you? Peg? I think we might be done here, guys. Peg has disappeared, and so it's just me. I will show you. I was putting on some hair in the back. The hair in the front is complete, and I'm going to add a little bit of color to the face. And then sometime I'll just post it like this, and then sometime I will dress it and everything. So thanks everyone for coming, and see if anybody has any questions here. They're talking about Jenny says Peg's voodoo doll is busy. Oh, you came back. Okay.
Well, all of a sudden it froze. I don't know what. I think voodoo happened.
That's right. I think that's what they're saying. I was just going to shut it down, but if you're back, then
yeah. Well,
we about done.
I think we are. We'll put some photos up for you guys. We want to thank you for being here. Barb says they're both looking great. A bit crazy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mary. Yeah, so I guess that's it for this week. Did we get anybody telling us what they want for next week? If not, we'll just wing it.
Yeah,
So,
I think we're winging it. I don't think anybody said anything about what they wanted.
all right. All right. Well, as usual, I love your little dolly. So
thank you. I'll finish up just the hair, the coloring of the face.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to post it like this because I'm not going to do the rest of it now. But
okay.
Took a little bit longer than I thought. So
well, that's what happens sometimes when you're live.
Yep.
All right. We appreciate you guys. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.